Yeah.
It's amazing. Everybody loves him. Well, he got hurt. The game show host was asleep with his wife in their hotel in San Francisco when they awoke to a burglar at about 2:30 in the morning. The 71-year-old Trebek actually confronted the burglar. She took off, and then, you know what? Trebek immediately gave chase, but while sprinting down the hall, he tripped and tore his Achilles tendon. The culprit got away with some jewelry, a purse, and wallet. Police later arrested her. It was 56-year-old Lucinda Moyer. She was arrested, and she was still inside the Marriott Marquis. Despite his injuries, Trebek went on to moderate the National Geographic World Championship Geography Finals on crutches. Unfortunately, he now must undergo some surgery. And I was just listening to an interview with him. He was talking about what exactly happened. As in his description, he said, you know what? I woke up and I saw a figure there, and I knew our room had been messed with, so I immediately put on my underwear and confronted her. And I stopped there. I got stuck in.
You had me in underwear.
In the buff.
So there you go, apparently.
Image.
Yeah, we learned something new about Alex Trebek today.
Yeah, something I didn't want to know, really.
I think the most surprising part of this story to me is Alex Trebek is 71 years old. He looks awesome.
Yeah. Well, 71's the new 61, right? So
He looks 51. He looks tan, and he's healthy. And obviously, if he gave chase, he knew he had it with him to run.
Absolutely, and I find it amazing that he actually went on with the geography finals, was able to do that job.
He's a sport.
After he, you know, you snap your Achilles, that's painful.
Oh, it makes you
one of the most
cringe.
painful.
Absolutely.
They said that, I actually heard him when he was there. He said, anybody who doesn't follow my rules, I'm going to chase after you. He's a good
better
sport.
believe it.
He is. Okay, here's one that's causing a lot of people to talk. Ford is actually taking a big step forward in what they think, and they are hitting a sour note to some. The automaker announced it will no longer install CD players in its new Focus vehicles. Instead, Ford will put in USB sockets for digital music players. The vehicles will have a computer hub where you can access your music library via the web, so you can plug in your iPod. Ford is the first automaker to actually replace CD players for digital music technology. And in our discussion, when we all learned this, we were kind of mad.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of a hasty move on their part, but they're doing it with one car, so that we'll see what happens. But I mean, I don't know anybody that doesn't have CDs still in their car, and mixes you make. You know, you can burn a CD on your computer at home. So I don't know if this is really going to jive with the American public.
Yeah,
as far as
I found it disappointing because really my car is the only place I still use CDs.
Right.
Also, I'm sure the technology for the USB or whatever they use for an MP3 player will be good, but right now it's frustrating. I know a lot of cars that have that technology. It doesn't work quite right, and plugging in your iPod's a little trickier than they make it seem.
Yeah, at least keep both options on the table instead of...
Don't you think that's kind of distracted driving, too? Because you still have to, if you want to change a song or something.
You gotta look down,
down.
with that, and yeah, so CD, pop
Listen
it in,
up,
you're done,
Ford.
yeah.
We got some ideas. Here's a tip. Do you have trouble getting your kids to eat vegetables? There's a way that you can kind of get around that and get your kids to eat more of them. Puree them. Hide it in their regular food. Researchers at Penn State found youngsters actually got more veggies when parents pureed them and secretly snuck them into their meals. Children ate twice as many vegetables each day and then took in 11% fewer calories because the bulk of it, more of it, was vegetables.
Makes sense to me. I enjoy anything pureed. You know that. I mean, we were at the, you know, the...
He lives with a straw.
We were at the food festival last night at with the Wines in the Wild, and everything pureed was going into my mouth. So
I mean, this, Victoria, you were saying it's not new. Jessica Seinfeld did a book on this, like hiding vegetables and things. Yeah, I mean,
Ragu does it.
What's vegetables?
Remember, isn't that Ragu or it's Prego? One of them. The whole commercial is based on, you know, when somebody says, "Hey, look at how many vegetables in here."
Right.
The woman is, you know, banging the pots to hide that from the kids. Yeah, you know, you got to trick them, but it's for their own good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better than the way I was taught how to eat my broccoli. My grandmother would lather it with cheese and then pour breadcrumbs on it and bake it. So it was
Kind of
a little
defeats the purpose.
counterproductive.
That sounds
didn't really
so
work out for
good.
Joe. But
I think you should just always start your kids off before they know what's going on. 1 year old, start feeding them the vegetables.
Right.
Their tastes change over years, but at least they'll learn to like them a bit.
Yeah.
But you were talking about Wines of the Wild.
That's
I
right.
couldn't go, but you guys went. Had a great time.
Yeah.
Awesome time.
It was really cool.
Every year it's great. This is my third year, and being a guest judge is the coolest part because, well, number one, you get to cut the line. I'll admit it. You can cut the line, you taste the food, and that's us right there last night. You can mark down, you know, who you think is best in show. There's like 10 different categories, and it's a great time. And
Who shot that?
I did. I, of course, turned the camera on myself.
Well, it was your first time, so what did you think?
It was. I thought it was awesome.
Yeah.
I've heard of this event before. I know you were talking it up a lot, and I kind of last last minute got involved, and I'm so happy I went. It was a ton of fun.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's on zoo property, you know, I mean, you have such a great time. You can wander around, go and see some of the exhibits while you're doing it.
They do a great job too. I mean,
They do.
You know, they map everything out, and you know, Jen Fields, who works over at the zoo, is awesome coordinating that
awesome.
event.
So pleasant.
And she's all over the place during that event. You
Yeah.
look around, she's there.
You briefly have to be like, hey, Jen, what's up? And she's flying.
If you missed this, try the Polar Bites. That's their winter event,
Right,
similar
which is
event.
also fun at the convention center.
They do
So,
everything
yeah.
great. All right.